Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Olga Placeres, president and owner of Preferred Travel of Naples. Today, we are honored to welcome Nicole Castillo, Director of Sales and Marketing, Florida, with Regent Seven Seas Cruises. Welcome, Nicole. It is a
Hello.
pleasure to chat with you today.
Thank you, Olga. Hello, everyone.
Nicole, for those that are not familiar with Regent Seven Seas Cruises, can you share with us some highlights on your brand?
Absolutely. But first off, thank you so much, Olga, for having me join today. We have such a wonderful, longstanding partnership, and it's an honor to truly be here and share all of this information with your clients. But yes, to start off with, just some highlights of our brand. We have here basically 5 distinct pillars that really are key differentiators of Regent Seven Seas Cruises. The first one being immersive exploration. So we offer various ways to immerse your clients through our brand, whether it's through our free unlimited shore excursions, our pre or post land options, or our overland programs. The second pillar being impeccable service. For every Regent guest, we have about 1.5 crew members. So we have one of the best guest to crew ratios in the industry. And what that does is it truly provides a very personalized experience for our guests on board. The third pillar, luxurious suites. We have suites that range anywhere from 230 square feet all the way up to our Regent suite, which is 4,400 square foot accommodation. So we're really known for having very spacious accommodations, even in that minimum category. Moving along to the fourth pillar, being exquisite cuisine. Everything is beautifully prepared, freshly prepared. We have various dining options that we offer our guests. And then the last pillar where we hang our hat, so to speak, is in our every luxury included brand aspect. So when you look at a Regent Seven Seas cruise, everything from free business class air is going to be included from 30 major gateways when it involves an itinerary that has a flight over the water. So we include business class air for all itineraries that involve an intercontinental flight. Then you have free unlimited shore excursions that we offer in all of our ports. Everything from prepaid gratuities, specialty restaurants, transfers, unlimited Wi-Fi. So we're so inclusive that your clients can literally step on board our ships, enjoy everything that we have to offer, and then come off of the ship and not have that dreaded bill at the end of their cruise.
Wonderful. Oh my goodness, you have so much that that is included in all of your offerings. An amazing service too, I have to say. I also hear that you have a new ship being built. Tell us a little bit about that new venture.
Yes, Olga, for nearly 30 years, we have delivered an unrivaled experience throughout the world. All the while, we have been listening to our guests, evolving in our services, and continually refining each element of the Regent experience. And with that evolved the third Splendor class ship, the Seven Seas Grandeur. So she, just to give you some insight, her tagline is a heritage to perfection. And basically, this was inspired by the past and the stunningly reimagined for the future. The Seven Seas Grandeur will be, a heritage of perfection with an unrivaled space, unparalleled service, exceptional cuisine, and a transformative experience for our guests that will begin from the moment that they step on board. Now, I do have some renderings I wanted to share with you today. Very exciting.
Awesome.
But as I mentioned, she will be the sister ship to the Seven Seas Splendor and the Seven Seas Explorer. So no more than 750 guests. So we're keeping it within that mid-size ship range. But here is a rendering of the beautiful Compass Rose, our main dining room. So absolutely stunning. You're going to see aspects from the Seven Seas Explorer being incorporated into the Grandeur, as well as from the Seven Seas Splendor. So here we have our very popular 360-degree observation lounge that has the floor to ceiling, beautiful windows throughout the entire lounge. Time 7, our famous steakhouse at sea, of what it will look like on the Seven Seas Grandeur. And of course, we don't charge for our specialty restaurants, and the Grandeur will be no different. And then here we have a little glimpse of what we're going to be offering on board for our suites on the Grandeur. This is the Grand Suite on board the Grandeur, and you're looking at about a 600 square foot accommodation. And then another glimpse of the penthouse suites on board the Grandeur, which have been very popular on board the Seven Seas Explorer and Splendor. Because of that partition that they have, that you see there, it creates that privacy factor. For example, for someone who likes to sleep in versus an early riser that's staying with them in the same suite. So just truly beautiful. And this is just a sneak peek of what we have of the Seven Seas Grandeur. We'll certainly have more information as we get closer to her sailing. And speaking of when she will be sailing, we will introduce the Seven Seas Grandeur in the fourth quarter of 2023. So it will be here before we know it. And what you're seeing here is a list of the itineraries that we have released for the Seven Seas Grandeur. So as you can see, her maiden voyage will be November 25th. It's a 14-night Barcelona to Miami. So she's doing a crossing, and then she'll do a series of mainly Caribbean cruises. There is a one or two Panama Canal cruises there early in her inaugural season. But then beginning in April, you see she transitions over to Europe, where she'll do a series of Med cruises.
Awesome. We can't wait to go on board and to experience that. So Nicole, we have all been living through this global pandemic, which has proven to be challenging on so many levels. And I know from my recent personal experience, having sailed aboard the beautiful Regent Splendor, that you have protocols in place on board so that guests feel safe and healthy. Can you share some of your health and safety protocols with us today?
Yes, absolutely. And Olga, I'm so glad that you were able to experience, our multi-layered approach to health and safety protocols, because we had an expert team put together a series of protocols that we felt would definitely not only make our guests and crew feel safe, but the communities that we're visiting as well. So it definitely is a multi-layered approach to health and safety protocols. And when you see everything that we are doing on board our ships, I mean, it really is the safest vacation out there. So we're starting off with, we are requiring all of our guests and crew to be 100% fully vaccinated prior to boarding the ships. We're conducting antigen tests at the pier for guests. In order to be able to board, they must have a negative, COVID-19 test. We're also doing things like socially responsible check-in. We're staggering our check-in process. Right now, we are requiring face coverings for our guests and crew in public areas. We aren't requiring it, of course, in the dining room, but that's just as of right now. Things can change, quickly. It's just because of the surge that we're experiencing. We also have committed to controlling the capacity on board our ships. So we're sailing at about 60% capacity. So making it an even more better guest to space ratio within our product. I mean, you probably sailed with no more than 300 guests, Olga.
Absolutely. And it was incredible. All of the space and all of the amenities that were available, and you did not feel like there were people everywhere. So it was a very relaxing experience, I must say. And let me address a little bit about the mask wearing. It is a protocol that is in place right now, but I am sure that it won't be for very long. So it's for everyone's safety, not just for the staff on board, but also for guests.
Absolutely. And that's one thing I think we've all learned, in the last almost, over 2 years is things can change so quickly. So I do not anticipate this being permanent. It's just because of the current surge that we're experiencing. But speaking of something that will be permanent is actually we've upgraded all of our air filtration system across all of our ships to a medical grade, and we've also partnered up with a company called Atmos Solutions, where basically on board all of our ships, we do continuous air disinfection throughout the entire ship. And what this product does, it basically releases ions that of course are safe, that attract the virus and break it down. So that is there to stay. Something very exciting that your clients the air that they'll be breathing will not only be clean, but safe as well. And of course, in a situation where, we do have someone who tests positive, we are prepared to do things like contact tracing. We have isolation and quarantine rooms, disembarkation scenarios. So definitely, as I mentioned early on, a multi-layered approach to make sure that our guests, our crew, and the communities we visit are safe.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Is there anything else you would like to mention to our clients before we go?
Olga, I would like to mention just a little reminder about our Regent Referral Ambassador Program. You have such loyal Regent Pass guests. And what we've seen in the last couple of years is that our loyal Regent guests do such a fantastic job in referring new to Regent guests. So we thought, how do we come up with a program to reward our loyal guests for doing something like that? And that's where our Regent Ambassador Program evolved from. So under this program, what happens is if a Regent Pass passenger refers a new to Regent guest reservation, the Pass passenger receives a $250 savings, and the new to Regent guest receives a $250 savings. I've seen this program work so well, especially with, for example, Grandma and Grandpa have sailed on Regent, and now all of a sudden they want to take, their family to sail as well, and they've never sailed with Regent. Now they're referring 4 cabins. So you're looking at a $1,000 savings for both the Pass passenger and the cabins that they refer. So it's a wonderful program. And I know that your advisors, Olga, are very informed of this program and are truly Regent Seven Seas cruise experts, and can definitely give more information to your clients when they express interest about the Regent Ambassador Program.
It's a great program, and we really and truly appreciate it. And our guests appreciate it as well. Thank you so much for sharing with our audience today and with our guests. Happy cruising, everyone.
Thank you.